Welcome to Visual Arts!
From classrooms in Public School 41, kids are producing works of art about the world they live in and the world they dream of. These students are part of the visual arts component of Community School District 23's Middle School Cultural Enrichment Program. Visual arts gives students a chance to see the world through their own eyes and give their own shape.
Visual arts is a very enjoyable program for all the students because the best part about it is it's hands-on. The kids don't just hear a lecture about something, they get to try it.
In visual arts, we learn about many different forms of art. We use many different media. Okay. One thing we worked on this year was making boxes. We marbleized the paper, pasted the paper onto the box. It was to make design a jewelry box. And they had little pieces of jewelry that they had already made that they were going to be placing inside the box.
Well, my favorite thing that we did in visual arts recently was the marble paper. First, we took a bucket and put a little water in it. After, we took round little tabs and placed it into the water. We took a small stick and pressed the tab. After it would float back up, we knew we were ready to start. Next, we took ink and then we poured it to the center of the tab so that the ink would float and stay to the top of the water. Then we would take the stick and stir the ink around a little, but not too much. Then we took a paper and threw it on top of the ink. We would wait till it floated until we saw the design. After, we lifted it up and laid it on top of the paper so that it could dry. Then we took the big box and put the marble paper around it to make a big present. What we did was we took the marble paper and stuck it on a big square box. Came out nice. It was really abstract. It had a lot of flavor to it.
We had an expert come who was working with stained glass for about 12 years. He actually works with stone too. And he demonstrated to the kids what he did. He brought some lovely pieces of artwork with him. The kids got a chance to actually cut the glass, and we really found out that there's an actual science to glass cutting. It was amazing how difficult it was and how hard it was to control the cutter and to actually make sure that it was cut exactly the way it should be. And it was also interesting to see that there was a lot of equipment that was needed to do it properly, and just how painstaking the job is. I was amazed by his work.
In visual arts, the most fun thing we did was the puppets. I like the puppets because we had to use some kind of material and then we cut it in different shapes and we glued it together and then we made our own kind of characteristics about it and made clothes and all that stuff.
My name is Avilda Whitmore, and my favorite thing to do in visual arts was to make the puppets. First, I cut out an oval shape for the mouth, and then I cut the head shape out and glue punched the sides together until they were even. Next, I glued in the mouth and pasted the sides of the face together. The next step was the neck. I put glue in the area where I wanted the neck to be, and then I pasted it on. And I pasted the lining right here and put it together, and then I added in more detail to the puppet, and his name is Iggy. Isn't he cute?
Yeah, the puppets were, they're a lot of work, but they're a lot of fun, and I think that the fact that they're so soft and cuddly, no matter what the theme was, they still looked so inviting. You know, the kids just couldn't wait to get their hands on it, play with them. You know, they really were thinking about things that they could do with those puppets, and they're dying to take those things home.
The students here come in with a chance to express themselves and communicate their ideas differently than just using a pencil and paper. You put a video camera in a kid's hands and you can't imagine the great ideas that they come up with, how they would approach different ideas and different concepts.
One of the videos that I'm working on is my editorial, and it's about me, and I'm telling about how I don't like guns and how I think it's bad for the environment. First, I came up of what idea I wanted to do the video on. Then I made the script about the video. Then later on, I made a storyboard on my video. Then I practiced and practiced and practiced until I actually got it right. Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and I'm part of the PS41 Visual Arts program. Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and I'm part of the Visual Arts program. And I'm gonna give you my. Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and I'm part of the PS40. I practiced until I actually got it right, and then I made the video. Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and I'm part of the PS41 Visual Arts program. My opinion on guns are that guns are terrible. Guns are all around the world. I would be devastated to see someone get shot. Guns can end one's life. Imagine yourself in a situation with a gun. It would feel horrible, wouldn't it? Don't let a gun hurt you. Don't touch a gun. Don't get involved with a gun. Guns are a waste of time. You should never, ever bring a gun into your life, because the next thing you know, you won't have a life anymore.
Hi, my name is Rachel Escalera. Did you know an animal is abused every 4 seconds in the world? And out of all the people who abuse animals, only 1 out of 1,000 are sent to jail. And many don't even go to court. I just don't understand why people abuse animals. An animal can be a really good friend, and some make great pets too. I have a bird, a hamster, and a dog. An animal will love you just because of who you are and not because of how much money you have or how beautiful you look. And all we have to do in return is take care of them and give them something to eat. Yet some people continue to abuse them. People can do some really mean things to animals: burn them, kick them, hang them, whip them, or withhold food from them. When will these abusers realize that animals have feelings too? Animals feel pain, hunger, loneliness, just like a human being. I went on the internet and I found out that people who abuse animals often go on to commit violent crimes against people. In fact, as many as 75% of violent offenders in prison were animal abusers. This is what I found out on the internet. Mass murderer Jeffrey Dahmer killed neighbor's pet and put a dog's head on a stick. Albert DeSalvo, the Boston Strangler, shot arrows into boxes of trapped cats and dogs. Carroll Edmund Cole, who murdered 35 people, admitted that his first violent act was strangling a puppy. Richard Allen Davis, kidnapper and murderer, splashed cats with gasoline and set them on fire. I could go on and on, but I think you get the idea. Animal abuse is a problem that won't go away by itself. Only by working together we can make a difference that counts. I just hope it doesn't take forever.
We were very lucky to bring in Deanne Ware, an artist in residence, to come in and work with our students. She's really talented and does a great job with them.
I started off by watching Star Wars, which is such a great, simple, mythic story. And then when I came back the next session, we talked about it. We talked about what the most important components and elements of that story was. And then I had them take those elements and create their own story that was relevant to them. So they created a storyboard first for the project, and they had to lay out step by step exactly how they were going to communicate the story to people. Then we rehearsed it. We rehearsed it through one time, and we found weird gaps that didn't make sense.
Rachel, what do you mean? Like right here? This goes right here. This is the arrow pointing to this shot.
It's when he sees it and then he's like, wait.
And so we had to go back through and we revised it so that it did make logical, clear sense to everybody involved.
Look, he goes like this.
Right, wait, listen up, you guys. You're walking down the street away from somebody, and I turn to you, turn around away from me. And I go, hey, yeah, but wait, what's the first thing you're going to do? Turn around. Now, how is he going to be able to steal that note if she turns around?
The story that they're working on is Jessica receives a letter that she's gotten into Stuyvesant, only she's not home when she receives the letter.
Mel! Are you Jessica?
No, I'm Jessica's little sister.
I have mail for Jessica. I hope it's good news.
And so her younger sister gets the letter.
It's from Stuyvesant!
Gives it to her friend Sophia.
Sophia, you have to get this letter to Jessica as fast as you can.
Who she thinks will pass it on. Sophia, however, has her own plans. She opens up the letter, she reads it, she finds out that Jessica's gotten into Stuyvesant, is extremely jealous, and decides that she's not going to pass the letter on.
What? Why that little? Whoa. It's from Stuyvesant. Should I really give it to her? Nah, maybe not. Hey, Sophia. Hi, Drew. Come on. Hey, wait a minute. I have a good idea. Hey, Jovan! Know what I heard about Jessica?
Sophia, however, begins spreading rumors about Jessica and how she got into school was by bribing teachers and all this horrible thing.
What? It's true.
Why that little? She thinks she's better than us. Can I even guess what I heard about Jessica? What? It's true.
Jessica starts to hear about this.
Hey, Jessica. Is it true that you bribed the teachers to get yourself into Stuyvesant and to give the other students a lower grade?
What? Are you joking? Hey, Jason.
What now?
Come here. I'm not sure, but I think Sophia's spreading rumors about me.
Maybe I can find out something.
And one of her friends steps in and steals the letter back from Sophia.
That's Jessica's letter.
Oh no! I lost her letter.
Jessica, I got your letter. Here's your letter. I took it from Sophia's book bag.
Sophia's book bag?
Yes.
I got in! Ooh, that's Sophia.
And then Sophia and Jessica sort of have a showdown, a final showdown, which they resolve by talking it through. So they're learning a lot. I mean, it's a lot of different skills that they're learning. And plus, they're getting up in front of the camera. They are the camera people. They're making the decisions about where people stand, about how they want people to talk to each other, where they want the camera aimed. They're focusing on the exposure, on the shot. I mean, they're really sort of coordinating the whole thing. They're also learning how to tell a story, what makes a good story. They're learning the structure of the story, beginning, middle, end. They're learning how they have to go about putting that together. What do you need to communicate to an audience in order for them to follow your story?
Two of the key players in visual arts are teachers Marcia Schwartz and Jeff Goldstein, who give time and guidance.
I hope that they take the information that they had from my class and use it to increase their critical thinking skills, and possibly use this, in everything that they do. Art is a non-verbal form of communication, and hopefully they'll get something from this.
The students really benefit a lot from visual arts, especially the skills that they pick up, such as working in a group. Very, very important skill because of the fact that when you get to be an adult, you will have to go out and work with other adults, and you have to learn those skills that you can't do everything all the time. You've got to be able to count on the people you work with to carry their workload, and if they don't, then your project will fail, and I think that's a very important thing to learn, more so than even how the videos come out or how the artwork comes out. Learning these skills, these are life skills, and it's very, very important.
Our short-term goal is to have fun, but our long-term goal is hopefully they'll actually use what they learned.
This is David
and Sophia
signing off for Visual Art.